710 a.m.
It's 710 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 710 a.m.
It's 710 a.m.
Que la roja pichuela y guandules no viene ligado igualito que yuca. Ese pelo que él tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo quiero.
No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que.
Wakey, wakey, time for bakey. Good morning, guys. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. It is 7:10 a.m. And how is everyone doing? Oh, we got a bunch of people up in the house. Big Monday show, the big Monday show. How was everyone's weekend, guys? Mine was good. We watched a little WrestleMania 2 nights in a row. We did some testing. Hey, how's it going there? Back to retro. How you doing, buddy? Let's get our morning shout outs done. Good morning, Nova Mike. How you doing? Rosie Key. Good morning. Tim W. How you doing? Lonnie, the lone wolf over on Twitch. We got back to retro. How you doing, buddy? Hey, check out his wrestling show. I checked it last night about 2 a.m. I watched WrestleMania. I was all pumped, and then I had to get some inside information, so we went over to his wrestling show. I want to say lay the smacketh down, but I know that's not it. It's similar to that. It's the Rock's catchphrase, but very good show, guys. WrestleMania, crazy. Teresa Deller in the house. Chantel, Lonnie, over on Twitch. Nova Mike. Oh, my Ghostbusters shirt. Yeah. This got in a Geek Box, I think. Layeth the squad down. That's right. I knew that's what it was, and I messed up. My bad, guys. My bad. Layeth the squad down. Great wrestling show. If you guys haven't watched it, man. Crazy night. I know not everyone's in the wrestling, so I won't cover it too in depth. But what people thought was gonna happen and what really happened were two different things, and people were not happy. The main event saw the world champion Roman Reigns, who's been a champion almost 1,000 days, take on Cody Rhodes, the son of a plumber, the son of a plumber, the grandson of a plumber, take on Roman Reigns in the main event. And everyone thought Cody Rhodes was going to go over. It was one of those big things. Lonnie's pissed. I don't understand it. They built it up so bad. They even had a saying, he's going to finish his story. And they had like this whole big epic journey built up, and then he loses. Which I guess, they're going to take that and turn it into another storyline. So I get it. And this bloodline storyline has been so good for so long. Anyway, guys, enough wrestling. One thing I do want to cover in wrestling, there's this guy named Almos. He's from Nigeria, and he wants your information. No, he wants. He's like 7'3". His hands like that freaking big. I think, man, he's one to watch. Man, I was impressed with how big and freaking massive this guy was. Very, very, very interesting. This in human nature in general. 7 foot, like 5, like 300 something. Dude's a monster. Huge guy. Only in the world of professional wrestling, right? All right, guys, we got a good one. Let me add a couple of these here. We got a good one for you today, guys. We're going to be covering the worst movie sequels of all time. Now, I know we've done the worst horror movie sequels of all time, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, guys. We've talked about what is it? Production companies. I guess it would be more studios and production companies. They're greedy. And they want, they're going to invest money in a film. And they want to make sure they're going to get their money back. I guess that's not greedy. I guess that's just business, right? Um, and they go to the well one too many times, if you will. You get a hit movie. A good example of this. I guess it wouldn't be a good example of a horrible movie, but a good example of a sequel that you kind of jump into is The Matrix. I don't think they were prepared for the big hit it was, and they immediately have to come up with two more movies. The second one was okay. The third one, I did not like. The big, I think it was the second one where they had the big orgy scene. That was weird. It ended like a wet fart in church. It did end like a wet fart in church. I think I called it a popcorn fart. Oh man, yeah, it's definitely interesting for sure, guys. On that, yeah, a good time though, man. I like wrestling. I think it's making a comeback here pretty soon. So what else happened this weekend? There was an earthquake, right? Wasn't there? There was a little, I wouldn't say a little earthquake. Earthquake, man, they're getting closer. It was in San Diego. Before they were out in the ocean, they're creeping in. I don't know. What do you guys think? You think it's time maybe a big one hits here pretty soon? Seems like that's what it's going. Speaking of trends and speaking of things, guys, let's get into today in history. Today's a good one, dude. Today's a good one, dudes. For April 3rd. Oh my God. You know what? I do want to give a big shout out. They're not watching, but I'll give them a big shout out anyway. My son, Brandon, and his girlfriend are celebrating their anniversary today. They're headed down to the big city to do some fun stuff, and I wish them well. Hopefully, they drive safe and all that kind of jazz, guys. So yeah, congratulations to my 1 year anniversary. My son, how cool is that? I think it's very, very cool. All right. Oh, wrong one. I'm all mixed up here. Sorry, guys. Hang on one second. I hate to do this. Here we go. All right. All right. Today in history, guys, we got, a good one. Who remembers the Pony Express? That's how you got mail back in the day. They would ride it across country on ponies. Horses. So in 1860, guys, the first Pony Express mail service began. The Pony Express was a fast mail service that relied on horse-mounted riders to deliver mail from Missouri to California. The service reduced the time it took to send mail across the country from weeks to just 10 days. Wow. You know what? You got to think about how revolutionary that was, man. That was like, woo. Hey, good morning, Baker. Good morning, Baker. Yeah, man, think about that. I know one big problem that they had too was the Native Americans. Like you had your thing full of mail and you're rolling, and then they shooting at you. Man, it was a wild time back then. The Wild West was no joke. Missouri, man, that's a long freaking trek too, especially on horseback. How crazy is that? Those guys, and they were like single riders, right? And they were just boom, 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 and just go, go, go. Man, crazy how times change. Thank God. We're bitching about a package that gets left in Vernon, California on UPS and takes an extra 2 days to get here. Imagine having to wait for it on horseback. That would be something different. All right, guys. In 19 48. In 1948, the first game of professional basketball, the first game of the Professional Basketball League of America was played in Chicago. The league later became known as the National Basketball Association. So yeah, guys, today, first day, the very first basketball NBA game was played per se. Wow, pretty awesome. All right, up next, guys, and today in history, in 1968, Martin Luther King, American civil rights leader Martin Luther King, delivered his final speech known as "I've Been to the Mountaintop" speech in Memphis, Tennessee. The next day, King was assassinated. Wow. That's somber, man. That's definitely a somber one. Crazy. Crazy. Such wasted. Like you think of like John Lennon, you think of Martin Luther King, people who were preaching peace, and then some maniac. Crazy times, guys. So also, guys, in 1973, the first handheld mobile phone call was made by Martin Cooper of Motorola. Cooper made the call to his rival Joe Engel of Bell Labs, and the call lasted for 20 minutes. I remember I didn't pull the picture. I didn't have time, guys. I was scrambling at the last minute, but I remember the photo. He's in like his Mercedes convertible making the call. It was those big Zach Morris style phones. I think it was the car phone. I had bought a Suzu Trooper, I don't know, about 10, 15 years ago. And it had one of those car phones in it with the big block in the back, and it had the big freaking giant phone. I loved it. For whatever reason, I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. It didn't work worth a damn, but yeah, and I had an iPhone at that time, so. Oh, hey Lonnie, you have a great day, buddy. Hopefully it's not physical therapy. Oh man. All right, guys, and then the last bit of it, in 2010, Apple released the iPad, a tablet computer that would go on. Didn't we already do this one? Device that featured a 9 and did we do this one or not? Might have had that one on. So somehow I remember doing the iPad. I don't know. It changed. I think I remember telling them. Maybe I dreamt it. I don't know, man. Too much weed. I remember when the iPads came out, thinking they were just like a giant phone, and no one will use those, but they did. They did, and boy, did they do! Oh, crapola. Crapola, guys. Hang on one second. I forgot to do something. Today in history, guys. Brian forgot to upload the photos for, you know what? I have to do a workaround, guys. Not a big deal. All right. Sorry about this, guys. Live TV, anything could happen, guys. Anything. Let me open this up here. All right. All right. When in doubt, you figure it out, guys. That's what it is. So we got the worst movie sequels of all time today, guys. Now if the thing would load up, what the heck? Hey Terry, good morning, good morning. How are you? How are you? How are you? All right, let's grab this real quick. Bear with me one second, guys. We got it figured out though. All right. There we go. Let me share this real quick. All right. And then let's get this rolling like this. Boom. All right, guys. We are talking the worst movies sequels of all time. And there's some doozies in here, guys. There's some freaking, there's some doozies. We got up first, guys, Super Babies. As if the first one wasn't bad enough, guys. We got Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2. Hey, Jeremy, good morning, good morning. How you doing? Did you ever figure out which autograph you were going to pick, man? He had some good ones to pick from. So, yeah, guys, so this was Super Babies was similar to a Look Who's Talking, right? Where they like kind of put mouths on the babies and the babies were like secret agents or some nonsense. Well, you know, he couldn't get enough of that. Let's make a part 2. Super Babies, Baby Geniuses Part 2. Starring a lack of taste, provides Super Babies a sequel offering further proof that bad jokes still aren't funny when they're coming from the mouths of babies. Toddlers use their special abilities to stop a media mogul, John Voight of all people, from altering the minds of children. Woo! Oh, R.I.P. 2. You didn't pay for that, did you, Tim? Oh my God. I saw it was on pay-per-view. That was a pretty bad one. Oh yeah, big shout out to everyone who went to that air show, man. I hear everyone had a good time. Scott Baio is in freaking Baby. Oh my God, look at the cast of this, guy. Super Babies has John Voight, Scott Baio, Vanessa Angel, and Peter Wingfold. Directed by the great Bob Clark. Oh my God, Scott Baio. All right, up next, guys, we got Jaws: The Revenge. And now I know people are going to be like, oh, Jaws, you can't put a Jaws movie on here. Okay, guys. Jaws swims to the Bahamas because he's mad that the father of this guy killed his shark friends or son, and now the shark is swimming to the Bahamas to kill the son in revenge. You can't make this up, guys. You just can't make this up. Illogically, tension-free, and filled with cut-rate special effects, Jaws: The Revenge is a story of is a sorry chapter in the once proud franchise. The family widow Ellen Brody has been long plagued by shark attacks, and this unfortunate association continues. You have the great Mario Van Peebles headline in this sucker, man. I picked the Jennifer Love Hewitt. Oh, that is a good one. I got it with only 2 choices, stuck with my first choice. Oh man, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Unlike Jaws: The Revenge, guys. Mario Van Peebles, what can we say? What can we say, guys? Now, from bad to worse, guys. Return to the Blue Lagoon. I remember what I remember when this was like a huge. The Blue Lagoon was a huge movie, man. Brooke Shields, that guy. It was huge, man. I remember it was. I was a little kid, like 5 or 6 when this came out, but I remember hearing my parents talk about it, hearing other people talk about it. I remember when it was on ABC, like, and my parents having to watch, more my mom, having to watch it. Um, what do you mean you can't make this up? It's literally made up. Oh, that's a good line. Oh, that is a good line. Is Mario Van Peebles great? That was a good one back to retro. Lonnie, look at Lonnie. Lonnie going to. All right, so the Blue Lagoon, guys. It was huge, huge movie. Brooke Shields pulled her into superstardom. But despite its lush tropical scenery and attractive leads, Return to the Blue Lagoon is as ridiculous as its predecessor. It lacks its unintentional laugh that might make it a guilty pleasure. When widow Sarah Hargrave, Lisa Pilkman, washes ashore on the tropical island with her daughter and adopted son, she learns that I don't know what she learns, but it's not good. Let's see. Oops, not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. She learned some hard lessons, folks. And so they replaced Brooke Shields. And I want to say that the Brian Caruso, however you want to pronounce that, is the same guy. At least they look like the same guy, which is even weirder. Maybe it's not the same guy. Maybe God, it does. It looks like him. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's what they were going for. Similar look, but yeah, this movie sucked, guys. Movie sucked. Mia Jovovich, Brian Cruz. Yeah, it just was bad. They went to the well one too many times. Now, something I didn't know was I didn't even realize this was a sequel. Staying Alive is the sequel to Saturday Night Fever, which I haven't seen either. This sequel to Saturday Night Fever is shockingly embarrassing and unnecessary, trading the origins of the dramatic depth for a series of uninspired dance sequences. So again, guys, they went to the well. You made some, sounds like about. Again, I'm going to get rid of this. Hang on. I can never see your guys' comments in the very top because I have the logo. Book went through crap being a pretty baby. Yeah. Sounds like an adult film. Yeah. I kind of think I remember I've seen bits and pieces of the original Blue Lagoon. And there was I don't know, there's a weird scene where he's like trying to hook up with her, and I don't know, it's a little aggressive, if you're asking me. All right, so Saturday Night Fever, guys, 6 years after his glittering triumph in the disco dance contest of Saturday Night Fever, an adult and wiser Tony. Let me itch my head here. Hang on a second, guys. Uh-oh, guys, producer Rosie's awake. You got to hit the bathroom, producer Rosie. All right, give me a second, guys. Yeah, I didn't even know Saturday Night Fever or Staying Alive. Like, I've never seen either, so I had no idea that this was a sequel. Not a clue that this was a sequel. But yeah, and Saturday Night, what was it? Staying Alive was just about him competing in a dance contest. Was that really what they did? They just competed in a dance contest? Directed by Sylvester Stallone. What? Oh, man. All right, guys. I love me some Highlander. I'm going to be honest, but Highlander 2, there should have been only one. Rosie, get in here. Oh, Rosie barking at nobody. Crazy Rosie the dog. Yeah, so Highlander 2, guys, there should have been only one. I love the series on the TV, on the TV, guys. I love the series Highlander. I thought they did a great job with that. I thought they wouldn't be able to do a great job with that, but they did. And but yeah, Highlander 2 was really rough. You didn't have Sean Connery, really. You didn't really, like, a lot of the stuff in one. One was barely a good movie. Let's be honest. One was like, when was the last time you really watched Highlander the movie? The first one was horrible. That's what I'm saying. The first one was barely a good movie. I think the storyline on the first one was what it was. I think the first one, like, it's an intriguing story about immortals who there can be only one. So and they were kind of competing, and the eliminate an immortal, you got to cut off his head, and then you get his power, and they're all competing over an epic timeline, of 1,000,000 years. It's pretty good storyline. The acting is subpar. I'm not a fan of the main actor. What's his name? Let's see. Now Rosie's going at it out there. Christopher Lambert. Not really a fan of Christopher Lambert, man. I don't think he's and no one's gonna give me any heat on this one. Hey, good morning, John. Good morning. He's just a horrible actor, I think. His English is barely, maybe in his country, he's a good actor with his fluid language, but man, he struggles. He struggles. All right. Here you go, guys. I saw Police Academy, except Police Academy. What about Police Academy 4, guys? I think it's a fair bet to say when there's any more than 4 movies in a franchise, guys, that you're pushing the envelope, especially comedy. You're really pushing the envelope of what is considered quality and what isn't considered quality. And I think going to this one, number 4, is definitely yeah, they pushed it a little too far. Who remembers? I think we talked about this the other day. Who remembers the bar, the gay bar in Police Academy? It was called the Blue Oyster. And you remember they would like be fighting and they would like stumble in the Blue Oyster and all these gay biker guys would pop up and be like, "Hey, what you doing in here?" What a horrible stereotype at the time. But yeah, in every Police Academy movie, they did this. The American franchise was funny the whole way. John, I hope that's line of the day, because did you see American Pie: The Naked Mile? Did you see American Pie: Dad Goes to College? Come on, they weren't all good movies, John. They went to the well a few times as well. Oh, but Tremors 2 should be on this list for all the Tremors sequels. Porky's, yeah, Porky's was another one. Exactly. I forgot about Porky's. Oh my God. Completely and thoroughly and astonishingly unfunny. Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol, sends a once insatiate franchise plummeting to its agonizing new depths. Feeling that the squad is not up to snuff, a police commander comes up with an unorthodox plan to hire civilians. So you got Steve Gutenberg returning, Bubba Smith, the guy who makes all the voices. Remember the guy who makes the noises with his mouth? Michael Winslow was in this. Police Academy, crazy, guys. All right. We got The Ring 2. The Ring was great. Everyone loves The Ring movie. However, okay, how about Jackass? Yeah, again, once you go to the well a few times, and then Jackass, the movie, I think was a novelty because you had the show. So people were excited about the show, and then they would go in and pay for the movie, of course, right? But then the show wasn't on anymore, and it wasn't that popular, and they just kept pumping out these movies. That was a total cash grab. Mortal Kombat Annihilation, yeah, all the Mortal Kombats after the first one. Maybe even the first one should have made this list. So we got Room 2. Still looking for weed work. Yeah, for sure, brother, for sure. While investigating the mysterious death of her boyfriend, Mai learns of an existing videotape that causes more than just entertainment. So this is just another chapter of The Ring, is basically how that worked. There's certain bad movies, like Back to Retro brought up that he loved Mortal Kombat Annihilation, but it was really bad. Sometimes I put it in there for you last night. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so The Ring 2, I guess it's just The Ring, but just a different chapter of it. The Gallows. I didn't even know they made a sequel. You guys probably don't know what this movie is because I barely do. I watched it on a bootleg pay-per-view, and that's how come I remember it. So The Gallows is a movie, if I'm not mistaken. It's like set in high school, I believe, in a like a drama club, and a guy hangs himself maybe before. Like, this is how much I remember. It's how crappy it was. And the ghost of the hanging guy then haunts the new drama kids or something similar to that. I don't know. It wasn't a good movie. The first one wasn't that good. It was one of those trick endings that you can see coming from a mile apart. um yeah, it just, yeah. And then to make a second one, 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, it's a bad movie. An acting student encounters a malevolent spirit after participating in a viral challenge. Yeah, that sounds no good. Sounds no good at all, guys. I don't even know what this is. Atlas Shredded? Atlas Shredded Part 3. I didn't even know there was a Part 1, a Part 2. And who is John Galt? In the ruins of a once productive factory, Danny Target finds a revolutionary motor that could be the answer to all their prayers. Oh, that sounds bad. That sounds really bad. And there isn't even any consensus on it. It's just 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. No one's even seen this movie, guys. No one's even seen this thing. Oh my God. All right. Up next, guys. The Sting. The Sting 2. So 1983. I don't remember The Sting 2. Is that Terry Garr? That is Terry Garr. A follow-up on the classic original. This film finds the con man Fargo Gundolf, Jackie Gleason, and Jake Hooker. I guess they pick up. Man, the Sting was a great movie. The Sting, Return to Oz. That was a bad one. That was a really bad one. I remember renting that on VHS when I was a kid. You know what? I think it was one my mom pushed on me. Oh, here's a Return to Oz. You'll love this. And I didn't. I didn't at all. Teresa Deller, you take care. You have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. I need to get with you about a couple things later on. When you got time, if you got time. That wasn't in order. Yeah, so The Sting was a great movie. The Sting 2, I guess not so much. Jackie Gleason. It sounds like it could have been just a money grab. The first one, man, Terry Garr. She was huge in the 80s. Remember, what was it, Mr. Mom and all those movies? Man. All right, guys. The Crow. Wicked Prayer. So this isn't even The Crow 2. This is like The Crow 4. And it's bad when it's got Tara Reid in it. Or is this the second one, Edward Furlong? This might have been the second one. It didn't look like Edward Furlong. It looked like somebody pretending to be Edward Furlong. So yeah, there's that. There, I don't know, man. Brandon Lee died in the first one. Like, why would you make it again? That doesn't make any sense to me. Ex-con Jimmy Servo, Edward Furlong, and his girlfriend are targeted by Satanists who murdered them as part of a ritual. And then he comes back as the Crow, basically the first one. Oh, Dennis Hopper is even in this one. All right, guys. Police Academy, we got another one. Police Academy 5. They're doing another reboot of The Crow. Oh my God. Hopefully they get it right this time. Police Academy 5, Miami Beach. I don't even remember this one. Me and my friends growing up, because we were kids and they had boobies in them, we were big fans of the Police Academy movies. It was right when HBO was like going national wide and on cable. And I had, my parents had HBO, his parents had HBO, my neighbor friend down the street. And we would watch, and Police Academy would be on these loops pretty much. remember watching a lot of movies like that. We'd go over to one another's house, and Police Academy would always be on. But I don't remember Police Academy 5. The vacationing rookies rescue their leader from jewel thieves with a local duo as cops backing them up. Oh my God. Okay, they're rookies. They don't get a vacation. You got to work a year to be, but the rookies go down. Oh man. And George Gaines, wasn't that oh, he was somebody's dad in a show. I was going to say Webster, but it wasn't. Oh darn it. Oh well. Fraggle Rock? Was he the guy in Fraggle Rock? I think he was the guy in Fraggle Rock. The guy with the dog. And just when we thought it couldn't get any better, guys, Police Academy 6, City Under Siege. Oh my God. Oh, clownish police officers Bubba Smith, David Graff, and Michael Winslow are on the lookout for a 3-ring circus of thieves. Please tell me this was straight to video. Please tell me this was straight to TV. Oh my God. Oh my God. And they didn't even have they got Bubba Smith, David Graff, and Michael Winslow. So they had Bubba Smith, the football player. I don't know who David Graff was. And then Michael Winslow was the one who made the voices. So they got like the 3 sub characters and made him the main character. Oh my God. Another one? Police Academy Mission to Moscow. This is 1994. Holy shit. Oh my God. Mission to Moscow. The Russian mob led by Konstantin Connell, Ron Perlman. What? Ron Perl. This was pre-Sons. This was this was freaking Beauty and the Beast Ron Perlman here. So Russian mob leader Ron Perlman develops a game that, unbeknownst to his player, has the power to take over their minds. Oh my God. That sounds horrendous. And I love that Ron Perlman's in it. Oh my God, that makes it freaking so good. So good. All right, guys, number 15, Daddy Day Camp. So this is the sequel to Daddy Daycare. And you know what I hate? I hate it when they replace the main actor in a movie. So in the original, it was Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy played the Daddy Daycare guy. And in the sequel, they do Daddy Day Camp with Cuba Gooding Jr., who's a great actor, but he's not Eddie Murphy. And he's playing the same role with the same wife and the same guy. Maybe call him Eddie Murphy's brother. And he learned, see, look, I'm just writing on the cuff here. He's Eddie Murphy's brother. And he learned that how hard it is to have daddy daycare when you're a guy. So he opens a daddy day camp trying to help. And you just spin it into his own thing, man. That drives me crazy when they replace characters. This, in the comics, when they were replacing Thor with a female Thor, you're like, just make a new character. Make her Thor's sister. Like, I get it. You want to branch out to young girls and you want to introduce them to comics and all the benefits of it. And I get it. Great idea. Come up with a new damn character. That's it. Thor's sister. I mean, look at He-Man. They did it all through those things. Like, you just come up with a new character. You give it a little backstory. This is the sister that he didn't know he had. And like, whatever. But I don't know, crazy. A mirthless fairly desperate family, man. Daddy Day Camp relies too heavily on the bodily functions of comedic relief, resulting in plenty of cheap gags and no laughs. So a lot of fart and poop jokes, guys. spurred on spurred on by their wives' insistence that their children attend summer camp, daycare entrepreneurs Cuba Gooding Jr. and I wanted to say somebody else was in this. Oh shoot, I can't think of his name. But directed by Fred Savage. Go figure. The whole 10 yards, guys, which was a sequel we never knew we wanted, and we didn't. This is the sequel to A Whole 9 Yards, starring Bruce Willis. A strained, laugh-free sequel, The Whole 10 Yards recycles its predecessor cast and plot, but not with its wit or reason for being. So yeah, they just brought everyone back. I personally don't like reboots. Yeah, reboots are the worst, man. They need to figure it out. After taking his death, former killer for hire Johnny the Tulip Tadurski retires to Mexico after faking his death, and with his new wife. Yeah. So yeah. What more can we say? Yeah. Speed 2. I knew this was going to make the list. I knew it was going to. Batman Forever. Was that was the Val Kilmer one, right? Oh man. So Speed 2 Cruise Control, guys. Who remembers Speed 1? Great movie. Um new of its kind, new kind of a genre, new kind of action film. I remember seeing it in the theater, and man, that was when I don't know if it was just like my age and just the sense of summer and like it's exciting and you're going to the movies, and back then everyone, oh, the George Clooney, yeah, was that the nipples? Was it the nipple Batman? um yeah, it's just, man, you go to the movies, maybe because there wasn't internet, there wasn't streaming, you have to go to Blockbuster. So when you went to the movies, it meant something, man. And in the summer, there was a line and it was exciting. And that's how I saw the original Speed. I was like, man, this is a great movie. Speed 2? No. No. Speed 2. And how unlucky is Sandra Bullock? They got her back. Obviously, they didn't get Keanu Reeves because he went on to major stardom, as if Sandra Bullock didn't. But at this personal time, maybe not so much. Yeah. How unfortunate is her character to be in this situation twice? Speed 2 falls short of his predecessor thanks to laughable dialogue, the characterization, unsurprisingly familiar plot devices, and action sequences to fail and generate any excitement. Sandra Bullock is looking forward to a Caribbean cruise with her cop boyfriend, Alex. So hopefully Jason Patrick isn't. I haven't seen this, guys. Like I might maybe have seen it like back in the day, but he's not playing the Keanu Reeves role, is he? Is he another cop she hooked up with? Because remember at the end they hooked up. Please don't tell me it's the same role. Oh, that would really irritate me. Mortal Kombat. Here you go. Back to retro. Mortal Kombat Annihilation, 1997. With its shallow characters, low budget effects, and mindless fight scenes, Mortal Kombat Annihilation offers minimal plot development and managed to underachieve the low bar set by its predecessor. Every generation, a portal opens between the outer world and Earth. Emperor Sean Kane, ruler of the mythical outer world, sets up a tournament. James Remar is in this. Huh, interesting. He was Raiden, right? Was he Raiden, or Christopher Lambert was Raiden originally? So did James Remar come in and take his place? Back to retro. What role did James Remar play in this? From the Warriors. I don't know why I did that. Well, you got Warriors, but I don't have bottles or nothing. Now, it wouldn't be a list of horrible movies without Scary Movie in it. I had no idea they made Scary Movie. They made 5 of these suckers. I think they made a lot more than 5 too. Juvenile, even by scary movie standards, this fifth installment offers stale pop culture gags and the generation and the generate few laugh. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these kind of movies. They're good, like the first one, but yeah, again taking it to the well, man. Much bizarre activity follows a husband, Simon. I've actually seen this. Okay, this is a shit movie. I've actually seen this one. As soon as you said Simon Rex, I'm like, yeah, this is horrible. Caddyshack 2. That's right, not Caddyshack 1, guys. By the time anything gets to 5 generation, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Caddyshack 2, guys. Now, my problem with this one was Bill Murray. No Bill Murray. And then you replace them. Sure, is it Dan Aykroyd they replaced him with? Sure, you replace him with a great, hey, John, good morning. Good morning. Your name, John Phantom, always reminds me of the cartoon Danny Phantom. My kids love that cartoon, or maybe I loved it and forced them to watch it. It was one of those two. Handicapped by the family-friendly PG rating, even the talents of Caddyshack 2's all-star comic cast couldn't save it from its lazy, laughless script and uninspired direction. Yeah, man, this thing was packed with people. I'm not a fan of Jackie Mason. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, guys. I'm not a fan of Jackie Mason's comedy. I really don't get it. I'm not Jewish, and he's very Jewish heavy on his comedy. So maybe that's where Rosie, get down, Rosie, looking for chicken. I ate chicken last night. She ate chicken off my plate last night, guys. Got herself in some trouble. Fast and the Furious 29. Yes. Where Vin Diesel raid a senior citizen's home. They have to bust Vin Diesel out of the senior citizen's home to save the world from a jello shortage. Fast and the Furious 29. Can they do it, guys? Evil terrorists has taken over the pudding factory. They need to bust Vin Diesel out of the retirement home to go save it. There's no tapioca for dinner. Only Fast and the Furious can save it, guys. So Caddyshack 2, yeah. Jackie Mason, boorish but good-hearted real estate tycoon, applies for membership at a snooty country club. They deny him. He then takes hands. Matters into his own hands, and it was a lot of nonsense. And I'm not a fan of Jackie Mason's comedy. It's kind of over the top and kind of like it's all Jewish references and stuff, and it's just not my cup of tea, guys. All right, Tyler Perry's Boo 2, a Medea's Halloween. I'll admit, when I watched the first couple Medea movies, I was entertained. I was like, okay, well, the first, I'm not a fan of this kind of comedy. Mrs. Doubtfire mashed into something generic. Not really a fan of it, but the first one, I laughed. Oh, man, I'm like, that was all right. These ones, no. Like, is it just an excuse for Tyler Perry to put on this outfit again and go to the well one too many times? I like Tyler Perry as a filmmaker, too. Tyler Perry's Boo 2, a Medea's Halloween, is a front to comedies and to the audience. Tiffany travels to Derrick Lake to celebrate her 18th birthday at a Halloween frat party. And Medea comes out and stops her fun. Even the plot sounds shitty. There's another one, Atlas Shrugged. What is this Atlas movie? Poorly written, clumsily filmed and edited. What is this Atlas movie that they're making so many damn sequels? No idea. No idea what that is. Big Mama's House 2. So here's another one that was just barely made it. Big Mama's House had its moments. It was funny. Martin Lawrence pulls off a great performance, puts it all together. But in the end, again, it's a man dressing up like an old lady. You can only go so far with the jokes. Oh, my boobies are on fire. Oh, like whatever it is. So you go back twice, and I mean, it was barely funny the first time. Count it a blessing that it was a hit, and move on. But nope, they went back. Big Mama's House 2. Unfunny, unoriginal, in other words, a perfect piece of evidence for opponents to pointless movie sequels. After his mentor is killed, an FBI agent, Martin Lawrence, reprises his disguise as a fat old lady and goes undercover. Yeah. Again, I hate it when sequels do this too. They don't give you a good storyline. The Death Wish movies were the worst at this. Where like Charles, like when you got the Death Wish 5 and Charles Bronson would show up, and literally the storyline would be him walking up a flight of stairs across like a bad neighborhood, pounding on someone's door. A woman opens the door up. He walks in. Hello, I'm Charles Bronson. I was in Vietnam with your father. I told him I would take care of you. I'm here to look after you now. Oh, okay. Come on in, Charles Bronson. Did you know that these guys are trying to rape me and take my apartment down the street? I will handle them for you because I am Charles Bronson. Horrible. When you get to that many, you get lazy about the writing and you don't even do good setup. And like this one, my mentor is killed. I am here to investigate. Like no backstory of his mentor. It's just you just have to take it for face value. And I hate that. And oh my God, I did not even know that they made a freaking Big Mama's House like father, like son. What? So his son goes undercover. Oh my God. Unnecessary, unfunny, and generally unwelcome. Big Mama's like father, like son offers more of the same for fans. Martin Lawrence's popular series. After stepson witnesses a murder, FBI agent Malcolm Turner brings Big Mama back. And of course, Little Mama has to go with them. It sounds horrible. That sounds so bad, guys. All right, we're getting ready to wrap it up, guys. We only got a couple more here. Universal Soldier: The Return with Bill Goldberg. Bill Goldberg tries his acting chops. The Universal Soldier franchise, The Return, fails almost on every level, from its generic story to its second-rate action and subpar performances. After brought back from the dead, a genetically enhanced warrior, Jean-Claude Van Damme, is now fully functional to take on the bad guys. We couldn't have a horrible movie list without Troll 2. Yeah, those Bronson movies are Bronson did a movie where he grew up, St. Thomas, yeah, 1970, called Violent City, where he went jumped off there. I bet tie rods in my 80s Corolla. Oh my, yeah, don't be jumping an 80s Corolla. Oh my God. Troll 2, guys. This is just a horrendous movie. It has nothing to do with Troll 1. This is on all our bad movie lists, every single one of them. Major League 2. Now, I know what Back to Retro is going to say. He's like, dude, you voted for this on the thing, on our March Madness. And I did. But I didn't realize it was Major League 2 at the time. I didn't realize how bad. I forgot, guys. I had reminisce syndrome. I hate it when they change characters. No Wesley Snipes. We got Omar Epps. Yeah, no. Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Zero brains. A boy and his friends find something evil from a canister falling off an army truck. Do I need to say more? And then last but not least, guys, we got Highlander 3. Bum, bum, bum. As if the first one barely was good. Second one sucked. And hey, you want to make the third one even better? Let's bring Mario Van Peebles in the mix. Because nothing says successful movie like Mario Van Peebles. Horrible, guys. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Those are the worst movies, sequels of all time, guys. Oh, shoot. All right, guys, it's time. It's time to wrap it up. We're getting close. Don't forget to check out those wild weekend drops. They're still good today and tomorrow, guys. They got some fire deals over there. Check out thedailydank.com. I'm actually doing in the midst of a giant remodel. They're in the midst of a giant remodel, but they will be completely done for 420. That's what they're saying, guys. Completely done for 420. It's looking really good in there. Looking freaking excellent in there. So make sure you're checking that out. And also the Daily Dank, guys. It's getting a facelift. I'm working on that the past weekend. Yeah, I know. A lot of new stuff coming up, guys. Dank Nation TV. What? Yeah, that will all be in the next couple of days, guys. And you guys, the usual suspects, will be the first to know and the first to experience all this stuff before we roll it out for 420, guys. Yeah, what can you expect from an 80s zombie movie? Exactly. All right, guys, I got a good idea. I went down and found some more of. I love these. These are those eggs that probably had so many because of Easter. Didn't even think about that. When I was a kid, you would put a quarter in a machine, and then they would kick out a toy, and then that would be, you get that, you bug your grandma or your mom, whoever. I remember one in Mojave Valley at Best Buy Market they used to have. It was a chicken one, and I used to get it. So, guys, line of the day will now be, I bought plenty of these. So this is the Marvel Bad Guy edition. So I bought plenty of these. We're good for months. And line of the day, whoever wins it is going to get what's in one of these eggs, guys. And that's how we're going to do it. I'll put your name on it. Boom. We'll get it right off to you. So today, guys, line of the day is going to be Back to Retro Review. He had a good one. I need to really start. He had a good one in the very beginning. Let me see. See if I can get that back up there. Lay the squad down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's see. Hang on. Give me a second, guys. Let's see if we can find it here. Maybe not. Anyway, it was a good line. What do you mean you can't make this up? It's literally made up. That's the line of the day, guys. I found it. Woo! Oh, yeah. So I was talking about storylines, and I'm like, you can't make these stories up. And then literally, what do you mean you can't make it up? It's literally made up. So line of the day goes to Back to Retro, guys. And his prize for line of the day is a Thanos eraser. Bum, bum, bum. Congratulations, Back to Retro. You got line of the day. I will get this out to you, buddy. Oh, congratulations. Thank you, guys, for everyone who participates, everyone who's tuning in. Terry, you're amazing. You're awesome. Thank you for tuning in. John, you're awesome. All the Johns on here. The usual suspects. You guys know, man, I hope you guys know how much I appreciate you guys. Tim, Lonnie, the lone Twitch survivor. We have hit the 1 hour mark. I know we're going an hour, guys. We're going an hour. Who would have known? All right. I'm getting out of here, guys. Good times every day, guys. Monday through Friday. I got plenty of these. So we're going to be doing line of the day. And just my way of thanking you guys, for tuning in, participating. You guys make this what it is. So appreciate you guys. I'm going to get out.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home.